The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Brady now on first down. Goes underneath here to White. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it here. This is James White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A former star at nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Hey, go 66. Go, go.
All that Q stuff, that ain't working. That Q stuff ain't working. Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45. Ready? Check it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady, slant route, caught by Edelman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
53! Hey, 66! Switch! Check it, reload!
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
45.
Hey, Charlie!
We got 45 the mic. Hey, check Mike 72.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Brady. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Ryan to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
54, down. Mike 36. Mike 36.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Check. Check out.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Switch.
Wait. Let him go.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
You must be dreaming.
Here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 44-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That second down play nets a -4. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Slam, slam, slam.
51, Sam.
Line 36. Line 36. Tighten up.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ready. Ready.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
Got it.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Got it.
Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready, 280.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
No, hey, first land. 287.
Freeman again, a first down carry. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 52. Check. Hey, zoom.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Know your job.
Check 27.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Kill.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
General West.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's go.
20.
Bang.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
51.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hatch it.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and 9, Brady. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Michelle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from White. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. From the 36, Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Go Bandit! Hey, Haywood!
Brady going to go on 4th down. And able to find Dorsett. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Well, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, go 66!
He's checking credit. You got motion man.
Hey, 66!
And it's Michelle once again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, White. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Hey, I 7.
I got you, boy.
Let's go, no, 66. Hey, go 66.
He'll go for it. It's Brady. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7.
Patriots 10, Falcons 7.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And he'll take it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready, back 25.
On second down now, it's Freeman, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready, 280, 22.
All day, baby, all day, all day, all day.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, South.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. Second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Brady gives this to White, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. That's complete to the fullback, James Devlin. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming! 51, sub! SOS. Base. Flare. Let him go!
This is Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 15. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ready, blue 80, 25, 36. Here we go. Check 99. Hey, express. Just the mic. Man out.
Now Ryan on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, D. Check 26. Hey, switch gears.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check your hot read.
Hey, 59, ready.
Line 36. I got one. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Come on. You better bring it. Oh, Eddie, sit down.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Danny. Watch twist. Hey, check 24. 80 weapons. Shit.
Hey, check it. Alert.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw is Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
45 to Mike. Come on.
Hey, exit.
Check Mike 45. Time to go. Night. 45 to Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime.
Stephen
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They toss to Freeman. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
I'm coming.
Check. 51. Get up.
Now it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. To throw is Ryan. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Oh, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And they're going to come.